Steve Sarkisian and the Texas Longhorns came into the SEC and dominated it in year one. And they did it with a pro-style passing concept, running games, pre-snap motions, and misdirection. And they've got one of the most unique playbooks in college football 25. So let's talk about the personnel, the play calls, and the audibles that you will need to run this offense in Dynasty or Ultimate Team on college football 25. The Texas offense is based off of a power run game first. You're going to see a lot of inside zones. You're going to see a few counters mixed in there. You're going to see a couple of powers and sweeps, but mainly they hit them with the inside zones and misdirection to play off of it. The key thing with this Texas offense is the RPO. It has 30 different RPO alert plays, some with pre-snap motion, some without. But as you can see, you've got a variety of different plays. And when we dive into the practice field later, you're going to see how you can run these motions off of each other to keep the defense off balance. But let's talk about the personnel that you're going to need to run this offense. Of course, when you're trying to win a championship, it all starts and ends with the quarterback. Texas has two great ones, Quinn Ewers and Arch Manning. Now, Arch Manning has some legs, which we don't really expect from Manning's, but that's not really necessary in this offense. It does not really call a lot of QB runs, so you're really going to want to go for a field general quarterback so you can get all of the abilities that relate to passing, especially step up, resistance, and dot. I mean, those are going to improve your accuracy and keep you from feeling pressure. And really, you want to get a quarterback with field general as a mental ability as well. Now, if they have a little bit of speed, that's nice because there are a couple of plays where you have the option to keep it with the quarterback, but those are really change of pace kind of plays. 75 to 80 speed will be fine. Field general, great throw power, great accuracy all around. That's what you want. Great throw under pressure. For example, what about Washington State quarterback John Mateer? Kind of was hoping that Auburn would get him in the transfer portal this year. Word on the street is he's going to transfer to Oklahoma. We got Oklahoma's quarterback Jackson Arnold. We'll see how that goes. But anyway, John Mateer is a sophomore, field general, and he is a stud. He's got 89 medium accuracy, 87 deep accuracy. Now, unfortunately, he has capped out on some of his abilities, but I mean, that just means that any improvements he makes are going to go into throw power and accuracy. So that's what's going to improve throughout his career. And he's already got 88 speed, 91 acceleration as a field general quarterback. He's got bronze step up and of course the ability to earn the rest of these. Or if you want to move over to the Big Ten, how about Aiden Childs, quarterback for Michigan State, former 4-star recruit. He's a sophomore. You can see he's uncapped on his ratings. Already has 92 throw power, pretty good accuracies, 87, 85, and 89. And he's got 86, 88 speed and acceleration to go along with his ability to gain all of these wonderful, wonderful passing abilities like sleight of hand, step up, resistance, and dot. Aiden Childs from Michigan State. Or if you're looking to go full rebuild with some pretty slick jerseys, how about Old Dominion's Colton Joseph, a freshman, field general, impact development, almost fully uncapped. He's got uncapped accuracy and power. He's also already got 84 speed and 85 acceleration. Doesn't have any abilities yet, but again, can develop them. He is a freshman. Now, there have been a lot of quarterbacks dropped recently in Ultimate Team. If you're looking for one for this offense and you've got the money to spend, Cam Newton, sure, best quarterback in the game still, but Troy Smith is probably the best pocket passer at quarterback, would be really great in this offense. If you're working on a little bit of a budget, I'm a really big fan of this Shedeur Sanders at 50,000 coins. Great pocket passer, really good for a pro-style offense. All right, let's talk about running back. The Texas Longhorns have three really good running backs, CJ Baxter, Jaden Blue, and Quintravion Wisner. They've also recently had Jonathan Brooks and Bijan Robinson. Wisner is a receiving back, but besides that, as you can see, elusive backs all around. You're really going to want to get an elusive back. You're running those inside zones a lot, so you're going to want to count on being able to find the gap in the line and cutting upfield into the gap. So really important to have elusive backs with good change of direction, juke, spin. For example, we head back to Old Dominion for running back Devin Roche, a freshman, 5'7", 166, but he's got 96 change of direction, 83 juke, 80 spin, 91 agility. So he's able to cut really quickly, already has 97 acceleration and 90 speed, and he's got gold shifty, and that shifty ability is great for helping you change directions at high speed. I am also a really big fan of South Alabama's Braylon McReynolds, another small running back. He typically finds himself in the transfer portal after a year in Dynasty, so a really good pickup. Elusiveness, you can see he's got 94 change of direction, 86 juke. He's already got 90 speed, 93 acceleration. As you can imagine, as a sophomore, he's only going to get better. Already got bronze shifty and 360. And what about San Jose State running back Jabari Bates? He's a sophomore, 5'6", 166. Now his caps, he's already pretty capped on quickness, but he's got 94 speed, 97 acceleration. You don't need much more than that. And then you can see he's already got 93 change of direction, 83 juke, 78 spin, with a little bit of room to improve there. And he's already got bronze shifty and silver takeoff as well, which will help him when he's running passing routes. Now, if you're building your ultimate team, there is a Quintravion Wisner limited. He's not that good, though, honestly, compared to some other options. Alvin Kamara is the best running back in ultimate team right now if you've got the coin. But if you're going a little bit cheaper, Chris Johnson just dropped a 93 overall, and Devin Neal from Kansas. Both outstanding options for this offense. I run Devin Neal personally, but if you need to spend a little bit less money, this Caleb Johnson right here, super underrated, came out at the end of season 2, still really good, would be perfect in this offense. He's got size and agility. All right, let's talk about the wide receiver position. This offense, like I said, is predicated a lot on RPOs and getting people in space, letting your athletes get in space and work. So for that reason, I'm going to recommend deep threats at wide receiver because they can get that shifty ability that is really great. They can also get, some really great receiving abilities like takeoff. Takeoff is really great for like when you're running play action, but shifty is super important because you're able to catch the ball and cut really quickly to avoid going out of bounds or make a defender miss. So again, shifty, one of the best abilities in the game. Get you some deep threat wide receivers. For example, wide receiver Mario Williams out of Tulane, 5'9", 178, a junior. You can see he is quick. He's got 94 speed, 97 acceleration, 95 change of direction, 87 juke. He's going to make people miss after the catch. He's got this silver shifty ability. Or if you head over to the West Coast, you've got Chris Hudson at Washington State. He is a senior, but he can be a really good receiver for you in your first season. He's got 85 deep route running, 86 medium, 85 short route running, also 86 and 87 catching and spectacular catch, but 93 change of direction, 93 speed, 94 acceleration, and he's got bronze shifty already. So again, catch it, run. You'll see when we hop on the field how important this change of direction is. And then probably the number one example of this would be Trey Taylor from a smaller school. He's 5'8", 160, but he's got platinum shifty ability already, 98 change of direction, 94 speed, 96 acceleration. Too bad he plays on that really ugly grayish-greenish field. For Ultimate Team, there are a lot of great options that have good abilities after the catch and good after the catch ratings. Some of them are super expensive though. Stephon Diggs is one of them. Isaiah Bond is actually really fast, but does not have very good catch, like run after the catch ability. I have him on my team. He does his job, but he's not ideal. If you want to talk about like Zachariah Branch has really good run after the catch abilities. But if we get a little bit further down and a little bit cheaper, Keandre Lambert-Smith from Auburn is really good for this, as well as Rondale Moore. And then this Travis Hunter card. Now, we may get a free Travis Hunter Heisman card from the field pass. We don't really know if it's going to be a receiver or a cornerback. If we get a free Travis Hunter wide receiver, he's going to be perfect for this offense. If you're going a little bit cheaper, though, this KC, Kevin Concepcion from NC State from the Nightmares promo is pretty good, as well as this Jimmy Horn Jr. from Colorado. All right, and when it comes to tight end, you really just want somebody who's reliable. Possession or vertical threat, it doesn't really matter. You want them to have good short route running, good catching traffic. As you can see, Gunnar Helm, great for Texas. They're kind of developing some other players here, but Gunnar Helm is really the blueprint. 6'5", 250. He's got good size. I would prefer a possession receiver. They're not really going to run a lot of deep routes unless they're clear out routes. So catching traffic, short and medium route running, and a little bit of strength as well. For example, let's take a look at Luke Haas from Arkansas, a 6'3", 241 sophomore. Looks outstanding, uncapped. He's almost capped on route running, so he'll probably end up around 83, 84 route running all around, but around 88 to 90 short route running. Has great hands already, 90 catching, 88 spec catch, 89 catching traffic. He's also got 88 strength, which is really, really great. 69 run block, nice. Also 80 speed, 90 acceleration, really ideal for this kind of offense. And Platinum Surehand's going to make sure he doesn't catch any of those quick pops on those RPOs. Like, he's going to catch those, not drop them. Or if you're going for a little bit of a smaller school, how about Matt Smith? No, not Doctor Who, but the tight end from UMass. He's 6'5". Now you can see he's already pretty capped out, but he is a year one player for you, just helping you get things going. He's got 73 strength, 75 speed, 85 acceleration, but 88 catching traffic is the big thing for me. Gold sure hands. I mean, you're not going to go up against many like gold knockout abilities when you're playing in UMass's conference. So this is really, really great for somebody who's reliable over the middle. Or you can go over to Atlanta, and Georgia State's Dorian Fleming is only a sophomore, 6'3", 234. He's pretty capped out, but that means he's going to advance his abilities, which he doesn't have any right now, but you can see he meets the requirements for bronze sure hands. He's getting pretty close on like wear down and outside shield. So he's going to really improve that sure hands a lot because he's already meeting it. So any skill points he earns are either going to go into upgrading this blocking one time or into his abilities. So that's really nice. He's got 83 speed, 86 acceleration. He's got 83 short route running, 86 catching traffic, 87 catching. Really, really reliable. If you're building your ultimate team, this Harold Fannin Jr. that just dropped with the Nightmares program is insane. Great blocker, great receiver. But if you don't have the coin for that, you can get this Jack Velling for the bare minimum price floor of $77,550. Or you can go even a little bit cheaper and grab this awesome Tyler Warren, one of the two best tight ends in the country, along with Harold Fannin. He's only 34K coins on average. You can probably get him for cheaper if you look at the right time. Really good card for this offense. All right, we're getting ready to hop onto the practice field to see this offense in motion. Let's talk about the offensive line real quick. I would recommend having a pass protector at left tackle or right tackle if you have a lefty at quarterback, protecting the blind side. And then I would probably say agile for the rest of your offensive line because you're going to be running a lot of zones, a lot of RPOs. You're going to want them to be able to climb up to the second level, block in space for your receivers and running backs. So agile with a pass protector at left tackle. Now, while I throw some teams up on the side of the screen, I need a favor from you. These teams I think would be really cool to run a pro-style offense with. And if you think so too, I need you to hit that like button and subscribe. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what you like and don't like about this stuff. Let me know what your favorite plays are out of this playbook. Let's make sure we share this so more people can have some fun playing some college football. Let's hop onto the practice field. All right, here we are on the practice field, and we're going to go over 6 formations. Now, there's more formations than that in the playbook, but these 6 are the most unique, in my opinion, and really work with what we're going to talk about, which is giving the same look and running different plays. This first formation, Split Z Plus, is the most unique formation in the game. You've got a basic split back shotgun, but this number 2 right here, Matthew Golden, that's behind our quarterback, is our receiver, our wide receiver 2. So our wide receiver 1 is Isaiah Bond over there on the left, and then our wide receiver 2 is behind the quarterback and the 2 running backs. And as you can see, you can get really funky with this. This is just an example of a play where we're going to send Wisner out, and we're just going to see they don't follow the running back leaking out, so we dump it off to him. And look, this is why I said it was important to be able to run after the catch with your receivers. So as you can see, you've got a handful of different things that give you the same kinds of looks. There's really 2 looks out of Split Z Plus. Either you send one of your running backs in motion or you send your wide receiver in motion. And this one, we send the wide receiver in motion. Now on that one, they followed the wide receiver. I made the wrong read. We probably should have handed it off. So what's the difference between sending the running back in motion and sending the wide receiver in motion, they look like the same plays, right? So you can see on motion alert split and motion alert buck here, you're sending your running back in motion and you can dump it off to him. But these are primary, like you're looking to run the ball first on these because you've got more blockers for the run. Whereas on alert swing buck and alert swing counter kick, you're sending your extra running back out in motion and they're an extra blocker on the pass. So you're really hoping to pass the ball on that one. Now, of course, you have the option on both of them, but that's really the difference is on these where you send your running back out in motion, you're giving yourself an extra blocker on the edge for your wide receiver on that kick out. Or on the ones where you send your running back, you're giving him a little bit more momentum for the catch, but with less blockers. Does that make sense? I hope it does. But anyway, as you can see, this kind of gives you an introduction of showing the same thing and running different plays. So we're running that motion. Now, if we go into our audibles, here's how I have them set up. We've got motion alert split. We've got motion PA halfback seam, motion PA wheel, and motion center kick. So as you can see, this one right here sends Golden in motion and it's a RPO. But this one right here does the same motion and it's a play action pass. So as you get people to start cheating up on this running back swinging out, then you hit them with the play action pass. And that's really kind of how you catch people out of position. Same thing here with the other one. So here you're sending your running back in motion, and here same motion, but with play action. So, you know, you run the RPO a few times during the game, you get the defense really used to it, they start cheating up, and then you're able to hit big plays like this pass to Wisner. All right, let's talk about our second formation, wing X off. I really like this formation because you've got three blockers really when you're trying to run to the outside on this jet sweep. You've got Gunnar Helm, the tight end. You've got Amari Nyblack, who's another tight end. And you've got a lead from the running back. So this jet sweep right here is really, really great. You can run it to the outside. You've got tons of lead blockers, really make one or two men miss, and then you're off to the races. So that's a great base play. But everybody plays the jet sweep, right? Everybody's going to start cheating it. They're going to start, you know, using a safety or using a linebacker and crashing down on it. So what do you do off of that? Well, here's how I have my audible set up here. You've got this jet sweep, but then you've also got the jet inside zone where you're running the same motion. You've got the jet play action boot halfback wheel, and then you've got this awesome RPO read jet pop where you can read, you can still hand it off, or you can pop it up to your tight end if they crash down. See right here, they went back and played coverage. I shouldn't have thrown that. I was just trying to show an example. But if the linebacker crashes down on that, okay, see here with the field general ability, I see that the two Mike linebackers are blitzing. So what I think I just want to go with the touch pass because they're going to blitz up the middle. Hopefully we can get outside and we can make something happen here. Okay, Isaiah Bond, no good. But you see what I'm saying? You can run this same motion here and get different plays. So after you run that jet touch pass a couple times, you know, they're going to start running with their user and going after it, and you can hand off that inside zone. We're going up against random defenses here. So, you know, none of this really applies as far as like playing off of tendencies. But if you can imagine, you're playing in a game and you start to get people to cheat up on this after you have success with the jet touch pass and with the jet inside zone and stuff, then you can run play actions off of that. All right, let's talk about one of the best all-around formations in the game, gun deuce close. This is one of the less unique formations in the Texas playbook, but it's still really good. I mean, this little crosser route option there, they were in flats right there, but typically one of them is going to come open just like stop, you know, just throw it on time, get yourself 4 or 5 yards. It's a really good first down play or a play where, you know, 2nd and 6 or whatever. I don't know why I threw that to Isaiah Bond. Y'all, it's really hard to talk and play right now. So it's really good. You can also block your running back. You can like do different things. You can run like, you know, like a corner with this or like a deep cross here or, you know, whatever you want to do. And just try and get people open. So it's a really good compression set. Here's how I have my audibles set up. I like the mesh spot. I like the outside zone. It's my favorite play out of this if the box is really light. And then the post wheel is really good just because it's got this return route on the tight end. I'm a big fan. It's like an inside zig. And then this read flat wheel is just a pretty cheesy play. Basically, the way you want to run it is, and it takes a little bit of practice, but this defender with the P key over him, the pitch defender, if he floats outside to cover this wheel route, typically you're going to dump it to this to Y, Amari Nyblack, who's running this flat route right in front of your quarterback. If both of those are covered, then it turns into a traditional read option. But like right there, I mean, he's just wide open. Gunnar Helm is. We saw that you can see, let me go into the replay here. You can see the read man, number 2 right here. Like these guys, he crashes down and I'm like, okay, I know I'm going to throw it to the wheel. But if he would have come out here and floated out here to cover this, look at Nyblack right here and look how open he is for a nice little flat catch and run it upfield. All right, let's take a look at another formation, U off trips weak. Here you can see you've got a tight end that's kind of off the line here on the left side of the line of scrimmage, and that's because we're going to send him in motion a lot. He can be a kick out blocker for this RPO. You're just going to read if you have cushion. See, they came up, they crashed up, we handed it off. It was an all-out blitz. I mean, that's not going to be very successful in any case. So there, they play up on the running back, they play up on the receiver. We hand it off to the running back. Easy few yards. So it's a pretty simple RPO play. You're giving yourself an extra blocker out there. Again, they all out blitz on us. They're not making it very easy to display this, but you know, either they move up on the receiver or they don't, and you throw it out or you run it. So it's a pretty simple RPO play. It's kind of a base play. And then you've got a play action that goes off of it. So once you run it a few times, you get a little success off of it. Now you're running the same motion, and then you can play action. And then always, if they're still guarding the pass deep, you can still dump it off on a little screen right there. So the screen is always there as your check down. So again, this time they give us a little cushion. We dump it off on a screen on the RPO alert. Once they really start cheating that, you can audible, you can go to the exit PA fake screen, and you can run that with the same motion, and then instead run a little play action, hope to catch them over the top somewhere. That wasn't a great pass, but you see what I'm saying. And then there's another kind of action you can give out of this formation that I really like, which is this running back motion. You can run a few different concepts out of it, and it's really good. Like, I'll just run one of them right here, this motion stick. It's really good like in the red zone for a quick pass to the running back if like they go out to float it. But if you're running it in the field, it's really kind of cool. You can see if they cover the running back here on the outside, 90% of the time this double move in the middle is going to come open. I got hit and fumbled Quinn Ewers style there, but let me show you the instant replay and show you what I'm reading. So right here, when I send blue in motion, they follow him out and float outside, and look how it leaves the middle open. We run a little double route with Gunnar Helm, and you can just fire it in there. If they're getting a lot of pressure on you and you don't have time for, you know, like a double move or whatever, you can always just, you know, hot route them to like a regular post or whatever, and you can run this kind of motion. See right here, you know, you've got one-on-one because they float out to cover the running back. Let me see if I can show you that and slow it down. It's really cool. This is how you use pre-snap motion to open things up. We send the running back out. I see that safety's going, and now I've got one-on-one with my tight end against the linebacker. Boom, boom, boom. And this is why you want them to have good catch in traffic, because those are the kind of routes. They're running those quick pop routes, and you're getting it to them. All right, let's take a look at Y off trio week, and I really like it because you've got these three plays right here: motion outside zone, play action post dig shot, and motion split zone, where you're running the same motion but different plays. But also you've got these orbit plays where you're running that same motion, but then they continue the motion across the zone. So it can get really, really, really confusing for people. I really, really love this. This RPO read Y flat is pretty insane. You're going to send your receiver in an orbit motion, and they come open most of the time. You just kind of snap it and throw it to them, and you can even pitch it back for a little hook and ladder if you want to get saucy with it. But if you've never run these orbits before, they work just the same as any other RPO. You send your receiver in motion, and if they follow him, you hand it off. If not, you dump it off to the outside and you pick up your yardage. Again, this is why it's important that you have receivers with shifty and good run after the catch ability. So you can run this orbit swing a bunch, run it a bunch, get people really keying into it. They'll start shooting after this guy in the flat a lot. And that's going to be really great because what does that open up? That opens up, again, same action, different play. We can run this orbit post. Now, I'm going to throw this post no matter what, but you're just going to have to use your imagination and assume if they shoot after my guy in motion here, after I've thrown it to him a few times, that X is going to come wide open. So obviously we're playing against the computer here, but just imagine you've run this a few times now. They're sick of getting hit by this. So they're going to take their user, maybe their Mike linebacker or whatever, and they're going to shoot down here. And that leaves this post wide open right behind it. So really, really cool, running same motion, different plays. I'm going to try and hit that hook and ladder one more time. That might be some real cheese. Let's see. We hit that, flip it. Oh man, hold on. Let me try one more time. RPO read while flat. Let's see it. Let's see if we can make it happen. That would be, if that happened to me, I would quit. Flip. Oh, okay. Maybe it's not that great, but still, you can get creative with it. All right, last formation. We're going to take a look at normal flex off close. And this right here is my favorite play to start head-to-head games with because everybody hates going against RPOs, right? And when you first start the game and you send this receiver in this return motion, they're going to say, oh my gosh, RPOs. And they're going to start like crashing up on it. And if they try to press you, you can get a nice one-play touchdown on this fade. Obviously, it doesn't work out here, but I love starting off with that play. Now, you have plays that come off of that motion as well. So there is an RPO that comes off of it. It's really cool. You send more in motion here, and then he's just going to bubble back out. They stay with him, so we'll run and get tackled for a loss. But, we're on Heisman here. But again, same motion, different actions. Now, you've run that RPO and maybe play action a few times. You're going to run the same action, but this time the action goes back the other way in a halfback screen. So sometimes the motion doesn't even have anything to do with the play. It's just to get the eyes somewhere else. Really, really, really cool. Really love this set. And then this motion slot corner is the same motion, but you just run a basic pass play. So you can really catch them off guard by just going quick pass play here. I hate that stop and go though, so maybe audible it to a fade. I thought Isaiah Bond was about to burn people there. But anyways, same motion, different play. That's the whole concept. Don't pay attention to me throwing picks. I'm just kind of like swinging it out and just throwing it like crazy now. My best Quinn Ewers impression. All right, y'all, that is going to wrap things up for our Steve Sarkisian pro style video. Remember, for your personnel, you want an accurate quarterback. You want shifty running backs and wide receivers and a reliable tight end. So make sure you build that. And then remember, set them up with those RPOs and then hit them over the top with that same motion, different play. Give them the same look with different plays off of it. I promise you it's going to tick people off and it'll help you win dynasty games too. Remember, if you get 4 yards of play, you're moving the football. That's all you need to do. So, hey, I hope you learned something. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please hit that like button and subscribe. We'll see you next time. As always, I really, really appreciate you. Peace out.